Welcome to the Leverton on Everything podcast, where I, Adam, literally review everything. That's the first rule. Second rule is that every review that I do is under 10 minutes. Today I'm reviewing Sly, and I gave it 5 out of 10 stars. Not as complete as it could have been is my title. A good introduction to the life of Sylvester Stallone, and a good companion piece to the earlier documentary released on Netflix about Arnold Schwarzenegger entitled Arnold. This suffers from a lack of acknowledgement of significant controversies in Stallone's career, most notably several sexual assault accusations. One can have problems with how Schwarzenegger addressed his controversies, but he addressed them. Stallone seems more interested in building the narrative of a sensitive boy who is tormented by his father. Of course, that is probably true, but it does not absolve one from the responsibility for one's own actions. An interesting watch, but a bit incomplete. And yeah, I think maybe some people might say that people are being too sensitive when it comes to topics like that. And I would retort with the fact that people didn't talk about it at all back then when Stallone was rising to the heights of his fame. And it's funny because there are certain people, like if you found out, well, I guess Brad Pitt also has some controversies like that. Maybe somebody like Mel Gibson. So Mel Gibson's career was basically destroyed because of some comments that he made. So I think actors are nowadays are not immune to the blowback from these controversies, whereas one particular politician is, it's not fair, but that's the way it is in America. So if you still have Netflix, if you haven't been I don't know, disgusted by their policies. I don't have Netflix now, but that's a combination of me wanting to save money and also, being distraught about American cultural imperialism and the very little pushback there was when Trump said Canada should become a 51st state. So it's like, okay, I see what you think now. So I don't want to spend money on American things if I don't have to. So yeah, that's why I don't have Netflix. But if you still have Netflix, you can check out this documentary. So yeah, that is all for me. I'd also like to recommend my son and I, we have a podcast called the Everything and More Etc. podcast. Please check it out. You'll like it. Rawr.